Welcome to Deep River Farm, folks. Today's Black Friday. We hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We have a lot to be thankful for, and we have to continue to remember those that have basically lost everything they've got in the mountains in North Carolina. It got down to 33 here this morning. We had a heavy frost, and I know the temperatures in the higher elevations, I'm sure, was below freezing this morning, but I wanted to let you know that Wednesday, we got out 3 big loads of heaters. They went up into the mountains. We also are sending out a big load this morning down to Rutherfordton. The Appalachian Channel with John Ward is down there at Rutherford County, in the town of Rutherfordton, if I can get all that out. And he's been featuring this lady down there that owns that petting zoo, and she has opened up her facilities for people that have been displaced and asking for volunteers and stuff to come in. So we sent a big load of heaters down there this morning, and we've sent a big load up to the High Country Clinic up there in Newland. And we've also been sending heaters into Burnsville and Bakersfield and trying to get them put out everywhere we can, because the freezing temperatures are coming Sunday night. We're talking single digits up in the higher elevations and in the low teens, very low teens elsewhere in the mountains. But been talking this morning with another YouTube channel over in near the Tennessee line, the Pressley Girls. We was able to connect and been talking to them this morning, and had a good conversation, and that's in their backyard up there where all this stuff's happened. They're not right in the devastation. They kind of like we are here. They had rain and all that kind of stuff, and they didn't see the brunt of the storm, but all of her family is from Haywood County and the Canton area, and very familiar with what's happened there. Got a lot of family that still lives there. She was telling me they were getting ready to, here in the next few weeks, to go over to Canton for their Christmas party with their family. And so if you want some good reputable information and you don't know anything about the Pressley Girls, I invite you to check them out. I'll leave a link to their channel here in the description, and that way you can check them out. It's always a good thing to have good sources that are truthful and know what they're talking about. You ain't got to worry about misinformation and that type of stuff. And that's what I like about the people you come in contact with. You can tell right up front if they're a good, reputable person when you talk with them, and so forth. And I've been watching their channel, and they've been helping promote some stuff that we need. And I didn't know if you had heard of them, so shout out to the Pressley Girls there on near the Tennessee line out of western North Carolina. But one good thing about this operation we've got going, we kind of got a wind last week that there could possibly be an Amazon strike. And sure enough, that did happen. They started this morning. They intend to strike all the way to Cyber Monday. And I believe that's this coming Monday. They've always got these days and stuff with names on them, but I think it's about a 4-day strike they're planning on doing. It's covering 20 countries. So we were tickled to death that we was able to get that jump when we hollered out for heaters. And y'all responded with all the stuff and the off-grid stuff. It made it to Flat Rock before this strike has started. And we don't know what the ramifications is going to be. We don't know if it was the drivers, if it was the warehouse workers. But regardless, we wanted this stuff there before this happened, and it has got there with well over 2,000 boxes of stuff coming through Amazon since Saturday. And I'm assuming they probably took Thanksgiving Day off and followed that up with the strike until Monday. So in a 4 or 5 day period, Pastor Tim took in over 2,000 boxes alone just from Amazon. So your stuff has made it, and we appreciate all the donations. They started going out immediately. They're still going out. I just spoke to Brother Bud. He was on his way up to see Alyssa. This is the lady that does the hot meals. And he was going up to help her get some stuff ready. They get ready to pour her a concrete pad up there and build her a facility to be able to cook these meals out of. And that's another good channel you folks need to check out. That's the Appalachian Navy. Brother Bud has been interviewing people and getting their account of what's happened and what they're needing and stuff like that. He's got a whole new spin on how he's doing things with his channel, Appalachian Navy, and literally talking to folks, kind of like a news reporter, getting firsthand information, boots on the ground, right there with the folks that are in need. And so check him out as well. And but this morning, I had been telling you we're gonna go ahead and share the stories with the folks that are needing help, that the Central Global Methodist Church, the Helping Hands Project. And I had already told you I'm not going to give you the names of these people. I'm just going to tell you their story, what's happened to them, and what the long-term needs are and the short-term needs, and that type of thing. And I've got it on a spreadsheet here, and I'm going to be reading this off. Ross, our mission director down there at Central Global Methodist Church, has prepared all this. He's made it real easy for me to be able to get it to you folks, because a lot of you have already donated to this fund. And because of that, the 4th of December, we're going to start sending money to these families. But I'm going to go through a family a day and let you know what's happened to this family and what they're going through, and the number of people in the household, and some information like that, but nothing personal, because these people were all very, very reluctant to take any help whatsoever. And we don't want to do anything to crush their spirits, identify them, take any dignity away, or be, nothing like that. We don't want to embarrass anybody about it. And they can't help it. It's just something that's happened, and they need help. And we're going to start with family number 1 this morning, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. And if I stop a minute, it's because there's a name of something that's in the description. I've got to look at it real close, because I don't want to identify them or anything. So we're going to go ahead and start with family number 1. We have worked hard all our lives to have a home, raise our family, and now enjoy our 2 beautiful granddaughters. We worked hard in our younger years and paid off our home so that in retirement years we could be debt-free. Our pride was that we were able to accomplish this and prepare for Mark to hopefully retire in about 4 years. However, 6 years ago, in the summer of 2018, I received a phone call from Mark's. Whoops, just dropped off of the page here. What happened there? Let me drop back in here. Right in the middle of it. Here we go. I received a phone call from Mark's doctor at his appointment, and it was his doctor telling me that he was in ventricular tachycardia, and that they were rushing him to the hospital by ambulance. The doctors in the ER couldn't believe that he had not lost consciousness and he was still alert. His doctor told us that there was no medical reason for him to even be alive. I told the doctors the reason was God, and that he was not through with Mark here on earth. The doctors quickly agreed that this was the only reason, and Mark ended up with a hospital stay of a little over a week, with many tests and procedures done. He left with a pacemaker and a defibrillator at the age of 56. His world had now changed. We were in a bit of a shock and also blessed that God had spared his life. We have slowly learned the do's and the don'ts of this device and adapted. Then the morning of this hurricane came and changed life again. We had a tree to come through our house that will most likely put us in a position to where we will have to start all over. We, like many others, are waiting on insurance to make their decisions about what they are doing and going to cover. This whole time, my comment has been, God has a plan for us. This is my thought on about a daily basis. We are people that don't ask for help. We just work hard and move on. But when Pastor Tim and his wife called us and wanted us to be one of the families to accept help, we thought about what they said to us. About not being too proud to accept help and not to feel embarrassed to accept it. It made us think that this could be the answer to our prayer. I prayed every day since the tree came through the house, and it is this: thank you, God, for sparing our lives. And we know you have a plan for us. Our prayer, Lord, is for you to show us what to do and get us through this situation. Then it dawned on us after the call from Pastor Tim and his wife that this is God at work. And he is answering our prayer. We know God provides for us on a daily basis, and we're blessed beyond measure. Thank you for your blessings in advance. Right now, their current situation, folks, is they are staying with parents. Their double-wide mobile home will probably be totaled. They stated that they were able to get essential belongings out and clothing. On November the 8th, there was a phone call made from Brother Ross down there at Central. And during the phone call that it was expected that the insurance will total the home and the foundation. And so what they're looking at is, let me get in here. What they're looking at as far as immediate needs go, with having to have the demolition of the home and the foundation, we're looking at about $15,000 to $20,000. So this is a retired couple. The husband is disabled and staying with parents. They're still unsure about the insurance, and they don't know if the insurance doesn't pay, if they're going to be able to even fix it with the foundation damaged. They feel like their home's going to be totaled because of the foundation. And the long-term needs, this has been updated on November the 15th, is still unsure. But if the home is totaled, they're looking at, of course, the demolition of the home and the foundation and having to start from scratch. And they're figuring on $100,000 to replace the home, and then they're going to need additional money for the foundation to be replaced, and to replace all their furniture and appliances. And it looks like it's going to be around $150,000 needed for family number one. And this is with insurance failing to cover the damage. So family number one, you've heard that story of what's going to happen here. And this is a tree falling through, folks, and the insurance company's not wanting to cover. This is not a flood here, according to this, from what I'm reading. No word mention of the flood. This is a tree coming through the house, and insurance not covering this. Wouldn't you like to know what insurance company this is? And you'd like to know that because what if a tree fell through your house? You know, this is not flood damage. This is not a mudslide. This is a tree falling through the house. Wonder what insurance company this is. So, folks, you've heard the story of family number one. And I'm leaving down in the description here where you can help this family. We've got a lot of people have called the church. The church phone number, by the way, if you have any questions, you may have to leave a number and a message because the line is flooded down there with people wanting to help. The number is area code 336-629-1425. Once again, that is 336-629-1425. That's the Central Global Methodist Church in Asheboro. The mailing address is 300 South Main Street, Asheboro, North Carolina, 27203. And if you do call and get the answering machine, you'll be receiving a phone call from Ross, and he'll follow up with you as quick as possible. And you've heard the story here, family number one, and what the needs are there. And I'm going to go through every day this week, or the following videos, and give you these stories so that you folks know what's happened. And like I said, all of these families have been vetted now. These are folks that have never been on any kind of government assistance, no Section 8 housing, kids weren't on any kind of free lunch. These are people that the insurance companies are failing, and they're going to fall through the cracks because they will not qualify for federal assistance. And this fella here's had a pacemaker and a defibrillator put in, and is unable to do any more work because of his heart condition. And so he's on a fixed income himself. And so he's, they're limited on what they can even do. And their home was paid off, so that tells you they were working hard and done that well in advance. And so that's what I see here on family number one. So I wanted to share that with you. And like I said in the description, we're going to put all the information where you can donate to these folks and help them. And right now we have 6, and I'm hearing there's going to be a 7th coming our way. And, this is just one of many, many in the mountains that we're, that's going to need help. And it's a shame that they're not getting any help here. There's been no mention here of any help from FEMA or anything like that. If there is any money involved in FEMA, we will know this, and we will let you know about it so that you know, and because we're going to be transparent on everything. And there's no notes in here on this that Ross has provided with me. So family one has got no help other than the churches and you folks out there that's been already contributing. And so that's where family number one stands. I appreciate you joining me this morning. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Please continue to remember these folks in the mountains in your prayers. It's getting colder and colder, and it's going to really be hitting the bottom of the barrel come Sunday night. And they're moving heaters out of Flat Rock this morning just as fast as they can get them out and to locations that they need them, along with propane, hoses, adapters, bedding, sleeping bags, anything that they need to stay warm for the upcoming cold blast this coming Sunday night. Thanks again for watching. Y'all have a blessed day, and stay tuned as we do family number 2 on our next video.